Welcome to Ink 2 Video. We make books into visual stories.
Meet Varda. He's navigating a modern office environment, but internally he is buckling under the weight of perceived judgments from everyone around him. He spends his nights overthinking a passing comment his boss made, or worrying about what a stranger thought of him. He is his own harshest critic, trapped in an exhausting cycle of trying to live up to the expectations of others. The triggers are everywhere. Varda walks past a group of laughing colleagues who suddenly fall silent. Instantly, his brain makes an assumption. He is the punchline. This visual flowchart maps out what psychologists call confirmation bias. Once Varda's brain accepts the negative assumption that he is a failure, it builds a closed loop. It actively blocks out any positive data and only pulls in evidence that supports his deepest insecurities. Varda's reaction in that hallway isn't a response to his coworkers. It's a response to a script he learned decades ago. Ruiz calls this the dream of the world, a collection of agreements we made with parents, teachers, and society to act a certain way to avoid rejection. Varda is simply enforcing an old contract that says he must be perfect to be worthy. Adhering to these hidden, stress-inducing psychological contracts turns everyday social interactions into a source of constant friction. This suffering is the direct result of honoring rules that were designed to keep us compliant rather than free. Varda finds a way out through a book called The 4 Agreements. The author, Miguel Ruiz, lays out a practical framework for breaking these old contracts and achieving true emotional sobriety. Ruiz draws this philosophy directly from ancient Toltec wisdom, offering a set of 4 rules designed to dismantle our internal suffering. Agreement 1. Be impeccable with your word. This means speaking with strict integrity and saying only what you actually mean. It requires treating gossip as a kind of black magic that poisons both the speaker and the listener. Agreement 2. Don't take anything personally. People are living in their own internal dreams. Whatever they say or do to you is merely a reflection of their own internal world. This diagram illustrates the clinical concept of projection psychology. When someone insults you, they are emitting a direct mirror reflection of a void or insecurity inside their own chest. It passes completely straight through you because it has absolutely nothing to do with you. When you take offense, you are actively choosing to agree with someone else's projected insecurities. Refusing to accept that projection creates an impenetrable psychological shield against external chaos. Agreement 3 tackles internal paranoia. Don't make assumptions. Instead of spiraling when his coworkers go quiet, Varda applies the ask instead of guess rule. He finds the courage to simply ask for clarification, neutralizing the anxiety at the source. Agreement 4 is to always do your best, but there is a critical caveat here. Your best fluctuates from day to day based on your health, your sleep, and your energy levels. On days when you are exhausted, your absolute best will look very different than on high-energy days. Applying grace to those fluctuations prevents the heavy weight of self-judgment and guilt from taking root. This animation shows an internal locus of control. By tying self-worth to your own effort rather than external outcomes bouncing off you, you build lasting psychological resilience. As you maintain that effort, the core expands, establishing a foundational baseline that unpredictable external events and others' actions simply cannot shake. This final agreement is what makes the others sustainable. By committing only to your best, you remove the old habit of self-punishment when you occasionally slip up on the first 3 rules. It transforms the philosophy from a rigid set of ideals into a flexible, unshakable practice. Varda stops wasting energy on workplace drama. He navigates chaotic environments with clear, honest communication, letting insults and rumors pass right through him. He enters a state Ruiz describes as heaven on earth. It is a deep, quiet confidence that exists entirely on its own, completely independent of praise or external validation. As Miguel Ruiz wrote, "Maybe you cannot escape from the dream of the world, but you can choose to believe only the truth. Freedom starts within. By consciously tearing up the old contracts of fear and changing the internal psychological rules you agree to, you alter your experience of the external world. Look at your own hidden contracts. Which of the 4 agreements is the hardest for you to follow right now? Pick that one specific rule. What would your daily reality look like if you mastered it for the next 7 days?
Don't just watch the story. Be part of it. Ink it. Imagine it. Live it with Ink2 Video. Like if it hit you. Subscribe to stay in the story loop. Share it with someone who loves visuals.